to be honest, I was a little, I don't know the right word. I was irritated a little bit. Anybody ever get frustrated watching other people succeed? Anyone? Comparing yourself to somebody else's success? Being completely confused as to why they were making it happen and why you weren't quite making it happen the same way? I'll tell you, my first 3 years, I was young, right? And I was looking for shortcuts, and I was really like into systems, and I was trying to find that magical person. I'd run an ad to figure out a way to get some magical person to show up in my downline, make me rich. People come through town with different training techniques, and I'd go crazy for this technique, or I'd go crazy for that technique, thinking that the technique was going to be the difference, right? Hoping that the company would provide some training for me, or some systems for me. Maybe it was the tool that was going to do it. All these different things. And here's the training. Here's how the training started. Ready for this? Here's you. You ever see this training? Here's you. And all you need to do. All you need to do is bring in 5 people. That's all you need to do. Right? And you know what I found out? You can do that. Anybody in this room can do that. How many people in this room have done that so far? See, most of you in the room. You know why? One day you just decided, I'm getting 5. I don't care what happens. I'm getting 5. Nobody's going to stop me. I'm getting in the car. I'm not going home. I'm taking the mattress out of my house. I'm turning the television off. I'm not going to watch another sports match until I get 5. I'm getting 5. Go to people, you're coming in. Sign up. Mom. Right? You can just sheer will. I will not be stopped. Get 5. Got it. Got it. Boom. I get the carnival. Pop, pop, pop. Sign up. Join me. Right? So you get 5, right? And then they say, that's part 1 of the training. Part 2 of the training, all you need to do is teach those 5 to get 5. Sounds simple. And you know what I found out? You can tell you're 5. You can make that 25 happen too. You're getting 5. Go to the first one you brought in, you get 5. Get in the car. Give me your list, I'll call them. Remember? I told you 5. I don't care if you don't see it, I see it. Give me your list. Tell you're 5, you're getting 5. And then I didn't know why, but it would always seem like once I got to that level, my 5 who got 5, builders, workers, right? It would seem to fall apart. I couldn't get beyond it. I couldn't get past that. I couldn't get past 30 builders. People talk about duplication like it's just this thing that happened. I never understood duplication. I never had duplication. What I had was addition. If I added something, something arrived. If I didn't add something, something didn't arrive. If I wasn't in the room, nothing happened. So I was just like adding, subtracting, adding, subtracting. And it was like, the best way I could describe it, you ever see the little carnival act where they take a stick and they put a plate on the stick and they spin the plate and the plate balances on the stick? You ever seen that? They do a little act. Got these little sticks, little plates spinning on the sticks, and here's how it is. Give me your name again. Marcus. So I bring in Marcus. Marcus is my first one. He's one of my 5. Hey, Marcus, are you ready to go? Marcus says, I'm ready. I take the stick, I put Marcus on the stick, and I spin Marcus. Go, Marcus, go. Go, Marcus. Marcus is spinning. Sometimes he slows down. Take the product again, Marcus. You know, come to the meeting. Watch the training. Okay. And I'm here spinning Marcus. My part-time business, spinning Marcus. This is my life. Get him up in the morning. Good morning, Marcus. Call him a couple times a day, put him to bed at night. It's like, as soon as I get Marcus on the stick, I have a downline. Right? Remember the first time you had a downline? You're like, oh, look at Marcus, everybody. He's so cute. Oh, it's okay, Marcus. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. Marcus start crying. It's okay. I got a team. So cute. And then, the cuteness wears off. Marcus keeps crying. Put him in the car seat, drive around for a while until he stops crying. Not so cute anymore. Still showing pictures, Not getting much sleep. Marcus still crying. So then Haley's the next one. So I finally, I'm a little tired of Marcus now. So I bring in Haley. Haley, ready to go? Look at Marcus. Come on, Marcus spinning. Haley, ready to go? Haley says, I'm ready. So now I got Haley spinning. And Marcus spinning. And Haley and Marcus. And Haley and Marcus. And Haley and Marcus. And Haley and Marcus. And Haley. I'm like, come on. I heard about this freedom thing. It doesn't feel like freedom to me. Right? So I bring in John. John's the third one. I'm tired of Marcus and Haley right now. Get along with your sister, Marcus. Come on, Haley. Stop pulling his hair. Come on. Bring in John. John gets going. Now I got 3. Like a ninja. Bring in 4th one, Sue. You bring in Ralph. You ever get somebody that's tough to spin? Just like, push, go, Ralph. Come on, Ralph. Stop it, I'm trying. Killing me, Ralph.
That's a good one.
Then you get sick. You're spinning this one. You come back to Marcus. Marcus, please. Spin yourself for crying out loud. I'm tired of this. One more time. This is the last time. The last time? I gotta go work with Ralph. You ever get frustrated with them? Say, I'm done spinning you. You do it on your own now. Walk over here for 3 seconds. You look back and Marcus, Come on, man. Fine, give me your list. I'll call some more. And that's just your first 5. That's just your first 5. He's just like, I thought it was freedom. What's going on? Maybe you got frustrated and say, I heard about this duplication thing, so Marcus, give me your list. I'm going to help you get 5. Get Marcus's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does Marcus spin them? No! You spin them. You spin all of them. Freedom, 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 freedom. You ever got irritated? So you know what? I'm taking a night off. I'm going to the movies. Come back from the movie, you hear a sound. Smash, smash, smash. You tell everybody, ignore that sound. Those people just lost the faith. Right? You ever had that? That's what happened to me. I'm telling you what, kill me. I heard about this, people talk about duplication. These, people kept talking to me about this. I lived in this box for 3 years, but people talk to me about this 125, these unicorns down here. These mythical creatures. I've never met one, ever in my life. I don't know who those people are, how they got there. And then you see these crazy people involved in network marketing. I have 5,000 on my team. I'm like, screw you, 5,000. How did you get 5,000 people? Forrest Gump's walking through network marketing, huge groups. I'm working hard. I'm trying, right? So I'd get up to like 30 people, and then it'd fall back down to like 9. I'm like, man, maybe I need to recruit up. I'm going to just recruit some sharp people. For my loser friends, obviously they didn't succeed, but I get some sharp people, we'll be good. So I bring in some successful people. First adversity. First time somebody said, boom, they went, oh, I'm going back to my job. Fall back down to like 11. Then I'd say, well, I'm being too easy on them. I need to be tough on them now. Everybody ever gone through the tough period? Drop down and give me 20 push-ups. Try that one? How'd that work out for you? Same as me, right? Everybody says, screw you, kid. I didn't join your group to follow your instructions. And then I said, well, I went all the other way. See if any of you have ever done this. Anybody use the love approach? Let's just have a love team. We're just a hug. Come here. It's okay. We had a big therapy group. Nobody sold nothing. I tried it all. I was young when I started, so I tried the, let's just party. We'll party. In between, we'll talk about business. Some people went into therapy, never came out. I tried everything. And every time it'd go up to, here's the common denominator. It'd go up to about 30, then it'd fall back to like 8. Then it'd go up to like 27, and it'd fall back to 11. And it got so discouraging. Because I build it up. Okay, this time I go to a convention like this, I'm going. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to be stopped. Start some more plates. Get on the plate. Go. Right? Spin. And then it'd fall back down again to the same look. A refugee looking. Dark circles under their eyes. Old tired group. We're still here. We're still here. Anybody, be honest. Anybody have your existing group depress you a little bit, honestly? Anybody have part of your team that you don't introduce to the new people you just signed up? You don't want to infect them with the old tired disease? Hey, it's for real, right? It's like, no, don't pay attention to those people. It's okay. It's okay. So I went through this, man. And I'll tell you, I was so frustrated because I'm working hard, right? When I'm talking about 30 people, I'm talking about 30 builders, okay? Not 30 people signing out. 30 people ready to build a business. I could get to about that and fall down. I could get to about that and fall down. And for me, remember the first convention you went to, company convention? How many people remember the first one? Okay? I was so lit up. Remember? You're fighting, you're pressing your nose up against, you guys broke the doors off the hinges when you came in this morning. Did you notice that? But anyway, pressed up against, getting up in the morning, I'm going to be first in line, pressed up against the glass, ready to get in there, ready to get up as close as you could get up front, taking the notes, eyes this big. So fired up. You remember when they did the recognition for your company, and people were walking across, there's different kinds of recognition, right? There's three kinds. One is the stand up if you've hit this rank. Okay, sit down again. That's one kind of recognition. It's fun to be able to do the stand up. Then number two, there's the quick walk. Okay? You know the quick walk? You get stage time, but it's not a lot. You're walking, you get the pin, thank you. Keep going, you try and wave for your team as you climb off. Right? The quick walk. And then there's the speech. Oh, you get the big pin, you get the flowers, an oversized check, and all the stuff, the trophies, and you're behind the podium saying, I want to thank the team. Help me get here, Mom and Dad, they flew in all the way. Right? You get the 2-3 minute speech. And I remember when I saw the first one, I said, first of all, that's me. Just take their head off their shoulders, put my head on the shoulders, that's going to be me, I'm doing it. I wrote my speech for year one, first convention. I wrote my speech for when I was going to be up on that stage. I wrote it. Right? You should write yours. So I went home, fired up, spinning plates for a year. Came back, I wasn't much farther ahead. I get the stand-up recognition, next convention. Stand up, sit down, okay. And the second time, I'm a little discouraged because, I see some people that started after me, getting some stage time, recognition. I'm like, Talk to them afterwards, they're not that sharp. What's going on? Right? But then I go to the next one, I get inspired again. Okay, I got it now. Life's not going to get in the way. I'm going to do it now. Doing it. Right? And then life gets in the way again. For whatever reason, I come back to the next conference. And now the recognition starts to hurt a little. Just a little. It doesn't wound you to your soul, but it hurts a little. If you're still not getting the fast walk or the speech, and you've had it in your mind, it's 3 years now, you start wondering, is there something wrong with me? There's something wrong with me. Maybe I'm not built for this. These people, start getting a little cynical, just a little bit cynical. You're sitting towards the back now. When recognition starts, you kind of do this. When's it going to be over? Here comes Charlie. He's going to cry. 5, 4, 3, 2. There's the tears. I told you. I called it. Now you're friends with these people. Now it's really irritating. You ask them how they do it, they don't even know. They have no idea. They don't know how the product works. They couldn't tell you how the compensation plan works. They got 14,000 people on their team. And I'll never forget, about 3 years in, I understand I'm making enough money to pay the bills, but I haven't had the breakthrough. I haven't had the speech yet. I haven't had that moment where I could go have that day in the sun, right? So they're at the conference, and I have a pretty high pin, enough to be okay, but not enough to be special, right? I'm forgettable in the group. And they announced that there's going to be, at the next conference, if you get to this certain rank, there's going to be something special for you. We're not going to tell you what it is, But if you get there, you're going to be glad you're there. And I'm like, and I mapped it out. I took my journal, I mapped it all out, and I said, you know what, I think I could do it. I've got a year, I think I could do it. If I do that, I'll finally be able to be in that room, I'll finally be able to be in that selective group. All right, I'm going to do it. And I worked so hard, over the course of this, not smart necessarily, but hard, over the course of this next year. And I go to the next conference, it was in Orlando, Florida, and I didn't make the rank. I was this close. I mean, literally, just whiskers. I tried to negotiate the rank at the end. Anybody ever do that? I said, you know, I'll do extra volume next month, and they said, sorry, kid, you know, you either hit the rank or you didn't. So here's the sicko I am. They have a special meeting just for the people at that rank the night before the convention. I'm not qualified to be in the room. So the sicko that I am, I go anyway. Not to go in the room, but to sit in the hall and watch the rest of them go in the room. Just to feel the burn. So I sit out there by myself. I'm sitting up against the glass. People are coming in and they're kind of waving to me. Why are you sitting out here? Hi. Go shoot. Get out of here. Beat it. So I'll never forget. The doors closing. I'm sitting by myself in the hallway, saying there's something messed up with me. Maybe I'm just really not built for this. And then a marching band walks up to add insult to injury. Balloons, confetti, the whole thing. They bust the doors in. Na, 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 na. They hand out over $1 million to the people in that room just as an extra thank you bonus to people who qualified at that. Oh. One of my mentors, Michael Nelson, that night had dinner, and he was holding court because he was in the room. And he was passing the check around at dinner. Everybody else was so inspired. When the check got to me, I'm like, please take it out of my hands. I'm going to rip it in shreds. I'm so happy for you, right? But it was as close to despair as I've ever gotten in this profession, because I was just like, there's something wrong with me. You know, maybe I'm just defective. Maybe I really am just an 18-job kid faking it in the big man's world. Maybe I'm not built for this, right? So I went home and I went to work, and then I came back. And between that conference and the next conference was the time when I went to Nashville and came home to the freezer filled with rotted meat. And I said, okay, enough. And I went to that next conference, because that's the one thing I never did, I never missed. And it was at that next conference that I had my breakthrough when I decided to go pro. I really decided to work on the skills, and I stopped looking for shortcuts. I really decided to master this thing, and I stopped trying to get lucky, right? Because that's what I was trying to do, is get lucky. I was trying to come up with a magical system. I was looking for the shortcut. I was looking for the angle. I was looking for the technique. And I forgot to just work on getting amazing, becoming an expert inside of our profession. And once I decided to do that, I gotta tell you something. My dominating emotion up until that point was fear. For 3 years, 3.5 years. I was afraid that I wasn't enough. I was afraid that I was in the wrong place, with the wrong company, wrong product, wrong compensation plan, wrong team, wrong upline. I had the wrong system, wrong training, wrong tools, wrong everything. I was afraid of everything. I was comparing myself to others, and in that instant when I decided to go pro, my fear went away. I went, wow, I can let go of this anxiety of trying to get there by some certain thing, or some certain rank at a certain time, comparing myself to others. I let go of all that stuff. And I just started focusing on the skills of getting great, right? And here's what I'm here to tell you. I talked yesterday about making a decision. What I'm here to tell you is once you make that decision, success is going to come at you very quickly. Once you make the decision, you'll be stunned. All these years of struggle can just be wiped away. in literally a very short period of time. Within 3 years after that moment when I decided to go pro, I'm 29 years old. That year I made $980,000. $980,000 as a 29-year-old kid, right? And set up this incredible fairy tale journey. 3 years. 3 years of pain, agony, struggle, make a decision. 3 years of every day being fun, right? There's days I worked hard, of course. Days I challenged myself, of course. But it was not filled with fear. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for each and every one of you. Okay? So you ready?
Ready.
All right. I learned how to find these unicorns. And the 625 and the 3125 and all of that now. I grew organizations of over 500,000 people around the world, 60 countries around the world, where before I couldn't get outside of this box. And I'm going to give you some of the skills that will help you do the same. If it's just been you, I promise you, after this weekend, you can put some leverage into your life. You know, you can actually get to multiplication instead of addition and subtraction. And get into multiplied income and leverage beyond your wildest dreams. So let's talk about the 7 skills real quick. 7 skills. Skill number 1, finding prospects. Skill number 2, inviting prospects. Skill number 3, presenting to prospects. Skill number 4, follow-up. Skill number 5, closing. Skill number 6, getting new people started. And skill number 7, promoting events. Promoting events. Those are the 7 skills. Please leave that up on the screen. What I'd like all of you to do as we start right now with each one of those 7 skills is I'd like you to honestly rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on each one of the 7 skills. Okay? Rate yourself from 1 to 10. 1 being your absolute novice, 10 being your absolute mastery. You're a professional. Top of the game. Okay? Please play all out. Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 on each of the 7 skills. Once you're done, look up for me so I know that you're done. Take your time to do it, though. It's important. This is an important question to ask, by the way, every 2 or 3 months, to re-rate yourself. You know, and maybe if you're not being honest, ask your spouse to help you with the number. Ask your upline to help you with the number. You know, get some extra feedback on how you're doing with that. So here's what I'm here to tell you is it hard or easy to become a 10 at any one of these? It's not hard. It's not hard. Becoming a medical doctor is hard.
No, one being bad.
Climbing Mount Everest is hard.
And being good.
Finding prospects, is that a hard skill, really? Finding prospects with 8 billion people in the world. Finding somebody to talk to. Is that a hard skill? I mean, how much would you pay for that college course? Finding prospects course. Probably wouldn't pay much. Inviting, is that hard? I'm going to teach you how to invite today. That would be very, very efficient. Going to get you great results. You're going to actually get results today. You're going to book appointments before you walk out of this room. Okay? I'll show you how to do it. It's a piece of cake. Nothing to it. Answering questions, overcoming objections, is that an impossible skill? There's only like 6 questions and objections you're going to get. I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't like network marketing. I mean, come on. I mean, how many are there? You're going to answer the same for the rest of your life. There's really only two. Somebody has a limiting belief about themselves, or somebody has a limiting belief about network marketing. That's all there is. There's a way to answer both. And I'll show you exactly how to do that today. Okay? In GoPro, most of these are addressed, and you can walk through that and you can master it if you chose to practice a little bit. You can master any one of these. This is not difficult to master. But most of you have an expectation that, no, you don't study here. You study in your work, you study in your school, but you don't study network marketing. We just wing it in network marketing. That's what we all tend to think. We want this huge result without much effort. We'll put the effort in while we're doing it, but not in the practice. I mean, come on. Just got to practice a little bit. Now, here's the thing. If you're under 70, we got some work to do. If you add up your rating on a scale of 1 to 10, if you're under 70, you got some work to do. And here's what I also have to tell you. You don't have to love every one of the 7 to succeed in network marketing. Some people say, well, they told me do what I love, so I don't love calling people, so I guess I shouldn't do network marketing. It's not the way that works. Everybody who does some work, even if it's important work, has pieces of it that they don't love. It's okay. It's a big boy, big girl world. We could deal with it. I'm an introverted person, right? So inviting people, skill number 2, was challenging for me. I'm conservative by nature. I'm kind of quiet by nature. That was a challenge for me to reach out to someone that's focused on something else and try and get them focused on what I'm doing. I felt like, I'm bothering them. I'm imposing on them. I'm like, ooh. Right? I'd rather hide and have somebody introduce them to me or something. Right? I was never very good at that. Growing up, going to the club or whatever, and to meet a girl, it's like disaster. Just scared to death to go say hello. That's the way I'm wired. But I love all the working with people and the camaraderie and the friendship and the growth and the personal growth. I love all that. And I know that I'm helping people, so I'll go through my own mental challenges to go through that in order to be able to get better. Okay, I'll do that. So you know how I learned how to cope? I would recruit in bunches. Because still to this day, if I was to go out and recruit, there's some people that are just so good at they can recruit a couple people a day. They're just recruiting machines. You know those people, those strange, odd people that are just naturals that just, they get in an elevator. By floor number 3, they know everything about the other person in the elevator. You just met them, they know their kids' names by the 5th floor. I mean, really? I'm not that person. So what I needed to do is I needed to trick my brain and focus. I'm just going to do recruiting, inviting activity today. That's all I'm going to do. Is inviting activity all day long. I'm not going to do anything else. Because if I started to do something else, I would gravitate towards that because it was more comfortable. So I would recruit in bunches. I'd recruit 5, 10, 15, 20 people at a time. Just pure energy. And so I could get to the other side where I could work with them. Where it was more comfortable. Let's get you started. All right. So much more fun for me. So this will tell you, number 1, where your strengths are. It'll tell you, number 2, where you need to kind of manage around and work around and trick your mind around. Some of this is just a mental game. It'll show you where you need a little bit of practice. It'll show you where you can go in order to be able to get better. Okay? Now, what I'd love you to do is January 1st, rate yourself again. Maybe April 1st, rate yourself again. Every 3 months or so, rate yourself again. And you should be seeing progress. Any one of you who decides to can get it at least to a 6 on all 7 of those skills in 12 months. If you decide to, if you focus on it, if you learn, if you keep feeding your mind and you're practicing, you can get yourself to a 6. And then you could work on getting around some world-class, not 6, like a 9. You can get yourself to a 9. Then to work on the world-class piece, okay? So what I'm going to do, here's what I want you to write this down. Network marketing can't be learned. It has to be discovered. It's really true. I could teach you all day, but it has to be discovered. It has to be, you'll find an epiphany happens when you actually do it. It's found in the doing, not in the learning. You understand it in your head. You have friends that understand it in their head. They think they understand network marketing. They have no clue, right? They have no clue because they've never done it. They've never discovered it. And you discover in the doing the breakthroughs that are going to happen in your business. So I want you to understand there's more value in action than there is in study. You learn more through action than you ever will through sitting through a seminar. That's why I'm going to force many of you into action this afternoon. I'm going to push you into action. Just to have you discover a piece of this. Some of you haven't discovered some pieces of this yet. We're going to discover it this afternoon. And I will also tell you this. It doesn't matter where you start when you're grading yourself on these skills. It doesn't matter. If you're a 2, it's okay. If you're a 1, it's okay. Relax. It's all right. It doesn't matter where you start. It just matters that you start and that you continually improve. That's all that matters. There's a little concept that I learned when I was 25 years old, changed my whole life. I use it every day of my life. It's called plan, do, review. Plan, do, review. You can become world-class at anything you want with this concept, plan, do, review. You can become absolutely the best in the world at the 7 network marketing skills using plan, do, review. You actually can. Anything you want to become great at, that you're physically capable of doing. You might not be able to go be 50 years old and play for Manchester United, but you could master the game for your age group, right? Your physical abilities to the maximum that you can. Here's the great news about us. It doesn't matter where you start. We give an equal opportunity to everybody. You don't have to have an education or background or contacts or any of that stuff. Let's say you don't know anybody, you live in a tiny little town. Doesn't matter. That's just where you start. It's not where you're going to finish. So plan to review will take you anywhere. Here's the thing. When it comes to finding prospects, make a plan. Here's 10 ways that I'm going to find people to talk to. Do that plan and then review it. How did I do? Could I do better? Could I make a better plan? Do that plan, review that. Can I get better results? Make a better plan, do that plan, review that. And that's what I do. After every time I speak, I plan to review. After every event, I plan to review. After every show that I put up on the internet, I plan to review. After every product we release, I plan to review. I plan to review constantly about everything. The clothes I put on, I plan to review. I'm literally everything. It's my secret weapon. It doesn't matter where I start because I'll grind it all the way to the top. It won't matter. Because a person told me when they introduced me to this concept, Eric, can you improve 0.3% between today and tomorrow? And my answer was, yeah, I can do that. 0.3%, got it. I can do that. He said, if you'll do that every single day, plan to review, that's 100% in 1 year. That's 200% in year 2. Year 3, 400%. Year 4, 800%. Year 5, 1,600%. Year 6, 3,200%. How did I go from minimum wage to the top of my company? 3,200%. That's how. Take $10 an hour times 32. That's where I was 6 years later. Right? I started at $10 an hour. 32 times later, 6 years later, right? And it didn't stop. It goes to 6,400% so long as you don't stop. It keeps going. So plan to review. This changed my life. It can change yours. Listen to me. Any skill you want to master, you can master. You just lean on it. Plan to review, plan to review, plan to review, plan to review. All right. So let's talk about finding prospects. Skill number 1. Finding prospects. I'm going to give you a few concepts because frankly, this is a solved thing. Right? It really is. Anything, if you don't believe you have anybody to talk to, that is your own limiting belief and you need to examine that. This big world out there. Right? Even you introverts need to become a member of society. One is your database. Every person that's in your phone that's not a part of your company should be on your active candidate list, your prospect list. Everybody that you have, if you have their email address, they should be on your list. Every member of your family, every person that you've ever known, every person that you know who they know. I mean, as far as you can get it. This is work now, mind you. You're going to work at this. That's hard. I have to write 100 names. Seriously, some people will stop because their hand gets tired after 20 minutes. I'm not kidding. They'll just stop. You got to learn how to trick your mind. Trick your mind. You hear me? Here's what I mean by this. If I paid you 100 pounds for every name that you put down and we researched and that person had to know who you were, how many names could you put down? All we had to know is that they knew you. That's it. They didn't even have to know you well. How many names could you put on a list? How creative could you get? 100 pounds cash every time. Be a big list. See, but you have to trick your mind as if that's actually real, that we're actually going to do that. Right? If you trick your mind, all of a sudden that list gets really big. You're not going to prejudge that list if you get 100 pounds. You're not going to say, well, I don't want to sign them up. Who cares? You know what? You know what's really fun to do? Take the people who are really negative and toxic and put them on your list anyway and just use them for practice. Practice different techniques with them and stuff. It's fun. Joke around with them. Say, hey, I was looking for the most negative, absolute, least positive person I could find to check out my product, and I thought about you. Would you tear this opportunity apart for me? Tell me everything that could go wrong. Would you look at this and tell me all the mistakes that the company made, please? Seriously, just have fun with it. What do you care? Person told me the product works on everybody, and I just didn't think it would work on you, but I thought I'd try anyway. Okay. Move around with it. Have fun. What do you care? They're probably going to say no anyway, but who cares, right? Have a good time. Joke around with it. Be playful, right? So one, your database has got to be really, really full, and just be playful in your mind. Okay? Go to Facebook, which is a miracle. Facebook is literally a miracle for network marketing. I'm not kidding. You can find a like-minded person in every town. You can make friends anywhere you want. You can find somebody who believes what you believe, likes what you like, has common interests. Right? And you can chat with them so you don't have to waste any time if they're not the right kind of person. That's cool. If you like them, then you can go have coffee. That's fine. If you don't, block. And it's over. They don't get to talk to you ever again. It's amazing. Right? So Facebook's unbelievable. People say, well, I don't have anybody to talk to. How many Facebook friends do you have? 400. I'm like, really? Every one of those Facebook friends that's not part of your business should be on a candidate list. We'll come up with ways for you to be able to talk with them that's appropriate, that make them feel comfortable, that's not obnoxious and annoying. Okay? There's ways to not do it, and there's ways to do it. But we'll give you some ways to do it. And can you plan to review great ways to do that? Can you plan to review great ways to meet more people on Facebook? Could you use other services, whatever it is? Social media outlets in order to be able to connect with more people? Could you join networking groups and get yourself known around town? Absolutely. Could you have some new hobbies to be able to meet some more people? Of course. Here's a key concept for you. Write this down in your notes. 2 a day. 2 a day. Make it a habit, a new muscle, that every day you get up, you don't go to bed unless you've added 2 people to your candidate list. Every day. 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day. Every day. Is that hard or easy? Easy. Definition of easy is something you could do. Okay? Something possible to do. You meet somebody, they give you good service, get their contact information. Right? Friend them up on Facebook. Don't ask them for their phone number. Ask them for what their best text number. They'll give you their phone number anyway, but they'll hand that over to you in 2 seconds. Yeah. Do they use text over here or SMS? I know, but what do you use? What's the language? Text? All right, cool. Oh, well, either one. Either one. So, 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day. Got it? Is that hard or easy? Easy. Now, at every event, you should remake your list. I would highly encourage you, between now and within 72 hours after this event is done, remake your list. Make a new one. Make a fresh one. Anyone that's still alive that is not part of your business. I don't care if they've said no in the past. I don't care if they said hell no. I don't care if they said never talk to me again about it. Doesn't matter. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to build relationships with those people so they'll be just as comfortable talking to you in the future as anybody else. All right? If you already feel like you burned out your warm market, anybody feel like you burned out your warm market? Show hands. Okay? You're tired of listening to you? Okay? I'll show you how to rebuild it. It's no problem. It'll be fun. Okay? All right. So, finding prospects. That's about as far as I'm going to go in finding prospects. Now we're going to go into inviting. Okay? Now I've got to tell you
All right,
something.
guys, I'm going to turn this off.
The
You can
world
put
has
all of this
changed
stuff
when it
in
comes to
this book
inviting.
right now.
In